So last week, while our kids were in Sunday school, we talked about the question, what do you believe? Many of you have been asked lately, what do you believe? And for the last year and a half, I've been preaching about the theological question of so what, and of answering the question, so what? Why church? And all of those good questions around so what. But now that we're in the season of Pentecost, I think it's time for us to start discipling one another. That is, to start equipping us for the work of the Spirit in the world. And so we're going to start with the question of, what do you believe? Now bear in mind, I'm not going to tell you what you should believe, and I'm not going to give you 5 different scripts that we all have to read like a robot. No. What I want you to do is, when you say what you believe, that it comes from your heart. But I'll be assisting you in that process. So if you noticed that while Jackson was reading our first reading for this morning, this door kept on blowing open. It seems as if the Spirit, which is also translated as wind, cannot be held. For those of you that were here at our 8:30 service, our late service this morning, that door blew open as well. This morning, for me to get that door open, I had to put my frame against it. I had to push it. Because it's wet and it's moist out, these doors tend to stick. And now it seems as if that door swings open at will. So Jesus says, do not be afraid. So if these things happen, if there's a wind today that knocks out our candles or blows the door open, just praise God. It's just part of God's work within us today. And for those of you that might feel tingling in your hands or any of that feeling in the back of your neck, it's Pentecost, baby. That's the time. This is when you feel it. So it's the time when the church gets to celebrate. So what do you believe? What do you believe? If you're looking for a nice answer, you can say, what I believe is that God is so big that He must be shared. God is so big that He must be shared. God is so big that He must be shared. Okay? Let's jump into that a little bit. So I need a helper. I need someone to help me. You're going to read the prayers, so I'm not going to call on you right now. Although thank you, Jack, for doing it. Anyone else? I need a helper. You read today, I'm sorry. Anybody else who hasn't read, that isn't going to read?
I'm back there.
Hi, Shane. Come on. Hi. How are you? Good. Do you like chocolate?
Yeah.
Really? A little trip. Yes, a little sleight of hand. All right. How much chocolate do you like? Lots. All right. Good. Well, I want to tell you that the Spirit is like chocolate. And you might find that strange. The Spirit is like chocolate. Well, let me show you. So I have a piece of chocolate back here. Oh, look at this. Yeah, nice and big. All right. So, if you were to eat this entire piece of chocolate during the sermon, how would your tummy feel? Kind of sick, that's right. This chocolate bar wasn't designed to be eaten during a 10-minute sermon. This chocolate bar will make you ill. But this chocolate bar is like the Spirit. It's not designed just for you. It's designed to share. And so when you take this, or spread it out over a number of days, okay, fine. For the purposes of the sermon of God is so big that God must be shared, that what you would do with this chocolate bar is when you have friends that come over to your house, or if you go visit someone, you could do the same thing. You could walk up and say, hey, do you guys like chocolate? And they go, yeah, I like chocolate. What about this? And say, let's share the chocolate. And what might happen with those folks is they might say, chocolate? I love chocolate. And then you start eating it. And you would enjoy eating chocolate together. Spirit of the Lord. Spirit of the Lord must be shared. Thank you. I need another helper. Anyone else? You don't have to read today. You've already read, I'm sorry. Come on up, Come on up. This I can't believe. You ready? Oh, look at that. Color appropriate, thank you very much. Yes, it's red, yes. And it's called Flamin' Hot. So, sweetie, don't be afraid. Seriously, Flamin' Hot. What would happen to you if you were to eat this entire bag of chips?
I think I would get sick.
Right, probably a little hot in the mouth, I imagine, yes. So what's this bag designed to do?
Sure.
Go share.
right.
Not right now, but at the work party later on. Robert, this makes it a party. Right. You see, I have people I'm responsible for, and if she gets chocolate on that, I can't. So I learned early on, be nice to the elder guild. So, anyone else want to volunteer? Anyone else? Any other volunteers? Come on up, Ron. Thank you. Now your son knows what I have. Come on up. Thank you for wearing company colors too. That's great. Nice. All right. What would happen if you were to drink this entire bottle?
Go see a dentist.
See a dentist? Run to the bathroom? Would it make your tummy upset? Right. But how much fun would it be today to go around and give this to people as they're working?
It'd be great.
It would be great. Go and share. The love of God is too big to be held alone. The power and love of God must be shared. And you will see people sharing that. And later, you will be sharing the chocolate just after you're out of the light. That's the power of God, folks. That's how it works. The power of God that is blowing open the doors and shaking the buildings and keeping us in a place where we're not comfortable. Now, to take it to the next level, Jesus told us today in the gospel lesson that if you believe in me, you will do my works. So it's not good enough to say, I believe in Jesus. So when somebody comes to you and says, what do you believe? I believe in Jesus. Okay? But if you believe in me, says Jesus, you will do my works. What Jesus did while he was on this earth is that he went around and he shared chocolate and Cheetos and Coca-Cola. He did. In various forms. He did it with bread and wine and the things that they had during the day. But Jesus was constantly sharing of himself and of all the things that he owned. If you believe in me, says Jesus, you will do my works. And Jesus loved us so much that he stretched out his arms upon the hard wood of the cross so that everyone can come into his saving embrace. And so we too, if we believe in Jesus, we will be doing his works of love in the world. And the works of love for today is God is so big that he must be shared. Exactly. All right. I need, what's 3 times 8? 24? I need 24 hands. 24 hands. Do they make it so you can't get into this? These are test of wills. I need 24 hands. We got some there. Can you open that for me? I just can't do it. Keep on going. Now, how many of you would have raised your hands if you didn't see what it was that you're going to get? Sweet chicken. Very good. Thank you. All right. 24 hands. Here it comes. Hands up. All right. What this is for you not to eat. All right. This is not for you to eat. I have to know who I'm thrown to. All right. Barbara, heads up. Yeah, I used to work at Safefield Field in Canada. You ready, Joyce? Power of the Spirit here. Have you ever seen people throw candy in church? You've got 2 hands, so we have to get twice. All right. What this is the love of God that's going to be shared. I need somebody in the choir. There you go. Really? All the way back to you. Oh, okay. What this is not for you to eat. But this is for you to share. Okay? And when you share it, I want you to do it in secret. I want you to do it in secret. That is to give this to somebody who doesn't know they're going to receive it. Okay? So sometime this week, I want you to live into a God who is so big that God must be shared. And so take this peppermint patty, those of you who are willing to be evangelists. Yes, and you are being evangelists. And share it with someone. Not in this room. And not before communion, please. But share it with somebody at work. Share it with somebody at school. And give it to them in secret so that they will see that they have a little gift of God from Grace Episcopal Church. So what do you believe? I believe God is so big that God must be shown.